Welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into some of the best recovery techniques to help you bounce back faster and stronger. Because if you're serious about your training, you know that what you do the gym is just as important as the work you put in the gym. We're talking about foam rolling and massage guns, two powerful tools that can make a huge difference in your recovery and performance. We're going to break down how each one works, the right way to use them, and even some mistakes to avoid. All right, let's talk foam rolling. This isn't just some random trend. It's a seriously effective way to release muscle tightness, improve flexibility, and even boost blood flow. Think of it like a poor man's massage. You're basically using your own body weight to iron out those knots and kinks. And the best part, you can do it right at home. No fancy equipment needed. Now, when it comes to foam rolling, there's a right way and a wrong way. First, you want to identify your tight spots. These are the areas that feel tender or restricted. Once you've found a trouble spot, apply moderate pressure with the foam roller and slowly roll back and forth over the area for 30 to 60 seconds. The key here is to go slow and controlled. No need to rush through it. Let the roller really dig in and work its magic. One of the biggest mistakes people make is rolling too quickly or using too much pressure. Remember, this isn't a torture device. You should feel a good, deep pressure, but it shouldn't be excruciating. And if you hit a particularly nasty trigger point, hold the pressure there for a few seconds before moving on. Another common mistake is rolling directly on the injured area. If you're dealing with a recent injury, it's best to avoid putting direct pressure on that spot. Instead, focus on the surrounding muscles to help improve blood flow and reduce tension. Now let's talk about some specific areas you'll want to target. The IT band, which runs along the outside of your thigh, is a common trouble spot for runners and athletes. To foam roll your IT band, lie on your side with the foam roller positioned just below your hip. Roll slowly down towards your knee, pausing on any tight or tender spots. Another area you'll want to hit is your upper back, especially if you spend a lot of time hunched over a desk. To foam roll your upper back, lie on your back with the foam roller positioned beneath your shoulder blades. Keep your core engaged and slowly roll up and down, focusing on any areas that feel tight. Remember, consistency is key when it comes to foam rolling. Aim to incorporate it into your routine a few times a week, ideally after your workouts or on rest days. You'll be amazed at the difference it can make in your recovery and overall performance. All right, now let's talk about massage guns. These things have exploded in popularity lately, and for good reason. They offer a lot of the same benefits as foam rolling, but with an added intensity that can be a game changer for recovery. Massage guns use rapid bursts of pressure, what we call percussive therapy, to penetrate deep into the muscle tissue, relieving soreness, improving range of motion, and even reducing inflammation. One of the biggest advantages of massage guns is their convenience. They're portable, easy to use, and you can target specific muscle groups with precision. Plus, they're pretty intuitive to use. Just choose the right attachment head, turn it on, and let it do its thing. Now, when it comes to using a massage gun effectively, there are a few key things to keep in mind. First, start with a low intensity and gradually increase it as needed. You don't want to go in guns blazing right away. Give your muscles a chance to adapt. Second, focus on the muscle belly, avoiding any bony areas or sensitive spots like your spine or neck. You want to target the muscle tissue itself, not the bones or nerves. And third, don't overdo it. A good rule of thumb is to limit each treatment area to 2 to 3 minutes. More isn't always better, and overuse can actually lead to muscle soreness or even injury. Now, let's talk about some potential risks and precautions. While massage guns are generally safe for most people, there are a few situations where you might want to proceed with caution. If you have any underlying medical conditions, it's always a good idea to check with your doctor before using a massage gun. Additionally, if you're pregnant, have a pacemaker, or have recently undergone surgery, it's best to avoid using a massage gun altogether. And, as I mentioned earlier, avoid using it on any bony areas, open wounds, or areas of inflammation. Now, let's talk about some of the different attachment heads and what they're best for. The round head is a good all-purpose option for most muscle groups. The fork head is ideal for targeting long, narrow muscles like the calves and forearms. The bullet head is great for pinpointing trigger points, and the flat head is perfect for larger muscle groups like the quads and hamstrings. Remember, the key to getting the most out of your massage gun is to use it consistently and listen to your body. If something feels off, stop and adjust your technique or intensity. And if you have any concerns, don't hesitate to reach out to a qualified healthcare professional. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more tips on staying fit and healthy. Remember, recovery isn't an option, it's a necessity. By incorporating these techniques into your routine, you can help your body recover faster, train harder, and perform at your best. See you next time.